Welcome to the shop. Let me show you the milling process with mushroom board boxed beams. These are pieces of mushroom boards that have been very heavily wire brushed and cleaned up. The next is to put the 45-degree angles on the two edges, and then these pieces are joined together to make the bottom piece of the boxed beams that I'm going to show you here in a minute. These pieces have been glued together for the two sides. They're 14 inches on both sides and 6 inches on the bottom. So this piece is the bottom, and these big panels that have been glued up are gonna make the left and the right. These pieces end up pitted and grooved out like this from the organic activity that takes place on the face of these pieces of wood. Soil, manure, fertilizer, and the spores for mushrooms are put on the tops of these pieces of lumber as kind of a compost, and millions of mushrooms later and 30 plus years go by and it leaves the softwood chewed out. The knots have been highlighted. It's some of the most unique character and texture that we've ever dealt with. Now that I've shown you some of the pieces of wood that we have to prepare to make the box beams, let me show you what they do in the next phase. Here we have the panels that are going to make up the left and the right sides of these 14-inch side pieces for the mushroom board box beams. We've had to take two pieces and glue them together to make these wide panels. This is the back, and what you'll notice here is the front. This is what the client will see. That's the money shot of the mushroom board box beams. And there are 5 panels here glued up, ready for the next stage of construction. This is a mushroom board box beam that has been built. We've got the 14-inch sides and we've got the 6-inch bottom. What we need to do is we had to cut a joint in the ends of these because there's another box beam that's going to touch here and make 24 feet. So we cut a lap joint on the ends to call attention to that seam and make it look like a traditional structural part of the build. That's a snapshot of how we make our mushroom board box beams. The next step for this is to go to the finish room and get a top coat. I hope you guys learned something today about how we build our mushroom board box beams. Please give us a call and let us help you with your next project.